Hey everybody, my name is Samuel Clemens and welcome to my little video called Great American Acoustic Guitars. And I thought about making this type of video because I just happened to be at the intersection of four very different American acoustic guitars, and each one sounds wonderful in their own right. Two things to make clear. This is not a comparison. This isn't to figure out which is the best sounding or that kind of thing, because they're four different manufacturers. They're all different woods, different body shapes, so on and so forth. And it's not an audition either, as you'll see by my playing. But just a chance to give you an idea of what some really incredible guitars look like and sound like. We're going to start off with this J45 Legend. My friend Robert Shembray and I visited Norm's Rare Guitars in California last year. And I played a 1944 or so J45, and it was over $10,000. Couldn't afford it. But when I got back, I was able to find this guy. And this is just a remarkable sounding J45. I do want to point out it's got a 1-inch thick neck on it, just like the old ones, the old Sunburst, like the old ones. And again, it's called a Legend. It's made to sound and look and feel just like an original J45. Now, this guitar was less than a quarter of the price, well, maybe about a quarter of that 1944 I like, but it certainly scratches my itch. So we're going to be hearing this J45 in just a minute, and that's, of course, by the good folks at Gibson. The next guitar I want to share with you is from the Martin people, and this is a custom shop D45. Just a remarkable guitar. I don't know if you could see it, but it's made with a wood called Ziracote. I've heard it pronounced Ziracote. You get the idea. But lots of sparkles and blings and all that kind of stuff all around it. The top is made of high altitude Swiss spruce. But again, at heart, it's a D45. So it's got that typical great Martin sound, nice dreadnought body, and I just thought I'd share that with you. Next we have a Koa Taylor. This is a K28. This is the largest body size that Taylor makes, and it's a hardwood top. So it's going to sound different, and it's got a cutaway. That's going to make it sound different. But let me say this. Certain manufacturers do certain woods incredibly. Koa and maple. Nobody does Koa and maple quite like Taylor does. I don't know if it's the way they cut it, the way they source it. I can't tell you what it is, but over the years, I've had some very expensive guitars, Goodalls, Eggles, and so on, and nobody does Koa like Taylor does. So I thought I'd share that guitar with you. We're not going to play it plugged in. It's got attractive vine inlay. We're just going to listen to it. The next guitar to share with you is by the good people at Collings. You've probably heard the adage that if you want a good vintage Gibson or Martin, go buy a Collings. And this guitar is just incredible. Torrefied Sitka spruce top, 12 fret neck, 1 13th, 16th nut. It takes a little while to get used to. When I mean a little while, I mean 5 or 10 minutes. But once you do, this whole thing just feels so luxurious. Indian rosewood back and sides. And this guitar is just a cannon, as you'll probably see. For all the guitars, we are not going to change any tonal settings. We're going to set them all up at about the 12th fret. Maybe not ideal for every situation, but I do want to give you a comparative consistency for all these acoustics. So just sit back. I'm just going to strum a few chords, pick a few things on each one, but I just wanted to share these beauties with you, which I feel absolutely blessed to have. Here we go. Well, what would a video on great American guitars be without this incredible K music note guitar from the 60s, which my wife bought me. And as you can see, it's got a fine flamed maple top, pure pearl and ivory inlays. You know I'm kidding you. All painted on, all press board, but a really clean and fun guitar nevertheless. Thanks for watching on these 4 guitars. You know, again, 4 different applications. The 45 was warm and woody and very quick decay, and the Martin was a little more general purpose. Almost sounded like it had reverb to it. It was just so big sounding. You had the Taylor, which was most definitely a modern sound, and keeping in mind that it's got a hardwood top, I think it sounds pretty good. And then you had the Collings, which was just an absolute cannon, and I think could be used for anything. That was just a joy to play as well. So thanks for watching. God bless you. Have a great day.